Hey there everyone, it's John here, and for today's tip I'd like to talk about vibrato. Now if you look up the word vibrato in most music dictionaries, you will probably get a definition that says something like the variation of a pitch to produce a larger tone or larger sound, or even something like the wavering of a pitch. And yes, those are true, and I would like to add a little bit to that definition for those of you who will be performing vibrato. Vibrato, in my opinion, is a reflection of the amount of control that you have over any single note or a group of notes. So once again, vibrato is a reflection of the amount of control that you have over a single note or a group of notes. Now, I've come to that conclusion because I've heard a lot of guitar players with weak vibrato, or someone that's developing their technique for vibrato. And for example, if you have a weak vibrato, one typical result is the note might go out of tune. Now, when we are performing vibrato, we want to maintain the pitch of the note, but that pitch will go above and sometimes below the original pitch. Now, if you are bending the string a little too much here, when you're just starting out getting used to playing vibrato, well then that pitch is going to rise a little bit and be out of tune. Once again, that's a reflection of the amount of control or lack of control that you have over a single note. So once again, here is an example of vibrato with not such a strong control of the note. The note here is E, and this is just 9th fret on the G string. Now I'm going to put some vibrato on this guy, and I'm going to pull a little bit hard on that string, and you can hear how it goes a little bit sharp. And it's ever so slight, but I'm sure you can hear the difference. Now, if I was going to hold the center of that E and just waver the note, notice the pitch center remains the E, as opposed to going a little sharp there. Now, actually, that is how the inventor of this little guy over here came to thinking about this little device. The proper name for this whammy bar is actually the vibrato bar, because you can add vibrato to these notes. Now, the creator wanted to be able to reproduce vibrato on guitar just like singers. Now, a singer or any wind or other instrument can produce vibrato and waver the note above the pitch and below the pitch. Now, with a guitar, if we didn't have this little bar here, we can add vibrato above, but we can't go below. But with the bar, you can hear how the vibrato dips below the note and above. But I want you to keep that same idea in mind when using your vibrato bar to put vibrato on a note. You want to keep the center of the note in tune, but bring the note slightly above and slightly below its center. There we go. Now if I was going to pull a little too hard on it, hear how it goes a little out of tune. Now you might want to use that as an effect, but we're not talking about that today. Okay, now the other thing that I want you to consider when you're developing your vibrato technique is the speed of the vibrato. Now, I hear a lot of people starting out with what I call a nervous vibrato, because they think, oh, I gotta wiggle the note, and I gotta wiggle the note really fast. Remember, vibrato is a reflection of the amount of control that you have over a single note or a group of notes. It should also reflect tempo and feel for the song, or for however you happen to be playing at that moment. And I'm going to give you a little example here. This track is going to be a little bit of a slower tempo, and we're going to be in F sharp, so I'm just going to play some notes in F sharp minor pentatonic and reflect the tempo, which is around here. So just a few notes here so you can listen. tempo. Now, when I bring up the tempo, this track is in E, so I'm just going to try to stay close by here, but I'm going to show you the reflection of these notes in E. Notice the vibrato is a little brisker, a little quicker to match the tempo here. Now it moves to F sharp. So notice the vibrato reflects the tempo of the song and the feel for what I'm trying to express there. Now that was just a little example, and I want you to take that idea and run with it. Remember what the definition for vibrato is. Let me hear it. Close enough. Go back if you need to review my definition for vibrato as a performer. So there's the tip of the day. Hope you had fun with it. Practice, practice, practice. See you at the next session.